Chapman. My name is Brad.
I'm Sal.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Joe.
Today we're going to be talking about 6 recommendations on how to improve group conflict properly. Brad's going to start us off with his first 2.
Alright, our first recommendation as a group is reason. We believe that there is a common mistake when people are addressing group conflict. They kind of look at reasoning and just kind of overall discussion as a further standpoint. They kind of let emotions sort of get a hold of them, or they kind of focus on the emotional aspect of what they're dealing with or whatever conflict they're trying to handle. We believe starting with reason, where everyone kind of tries to put their emotions a bit to the side, try to think a little bit more objectively, is a better way to understand the other person's point of view and see things less through we're disagreeing on this and trying to figure out a solution together. We believe the best way to go about that is a group discussion, one where people kind of go into the group discussion with a positive mindset of meeting people halfway, and a mindset of just trying to understand where the other person is coming from, and remembering that you have the shared mindset of trying to find the best solution for the group as a whole. All right, for our second recommendation, we actually looked at the ladder process, which was a process of dealing with group conflict created by Diane Massey, who is a professor at Mahalo College of Business and Economics. She believes in what she calls the ladder process, which starts with first L, which is to look at your rights and what you want, and understand your feelings about the situation. The first stage of the process to look objectively at the problem, do what you can to cut away the emotion and try to understand why you feel that your rights are being violated. Second, we have A, arrange a meeting with the other person to discuss the situation, and by arranging a formal meeting, you show the importance of the situation to you. You also ensure that there is enough time allocated to discussing it. Third, we have define the problem specifically, which means keep the information objective and uncolored by emotion. Make sure your comments are correct and supported by facts. Fourth, we have describe your feelings so the other person fully understands how you feel about the situation, and to make sure you're not attacking the other person for the problem and explaining how it affects you personally. Next, we have express, which is you want to express what you want clearly and concisely. Say what you want to happen to resolve the situation. Keep your messages short, clear, and direct, and unambiguous, and also be polite in your expression. And then last, R, reinforce. You want to reinforce the other person by explaining the mutual benefits of adopting your suggestion. Show him or her what you're doing and how it will improve the situation. Be careful in expressing negative consequences, as making threats can damage working relationships with people. But however, in some cases, the negative consequences may need to be spelled out. So yeah, that is the ladder process.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
Next step 3, is pretty straightforward actually. Just relax. According to Carter McNamara, it's best for us to take a breather and regroup and collect our thoughts when working in a group setting. Make sure to take time to relax and let the conflict or the tension settle. Then after that, the group can move on and have an orderly discussion in a less hostile environment. And this makes sure that everyone has a chance to remain calm and give their opinion in a solid setting. Next, we're going to talk about the 5 conflict management tools. These include accommodating, collaborating, competing, compromising, and avoiding. First is accommodating, which is when you kind of fit in with someone's demands. Like, you don't really go with what you want, but you go with what'll make everything just calm down right away. Next is collaborating, which is when everybody works together to come to one common goal. So you don't necessarily get exactly everything you want, but it helps fix the problem right away and get all the work done. Next is competing, which can be positive or negative. Positive competing allows everybody to grow and fosters a positive environment, whereas negative competing makes everything hostile and everybody tries to one-up everyone. It just gets messy. Next is compromising, which is when people come to a mutual consensus about a decision but they all take some sort of hit with the decision that they personally wanted. And then last is avoiding, which we don't recommend, which is ignoring the issue and just hoping that it goes away, but in actuality it will just fester and everything will turn out in a negative state.
Confront the issue as a problem to be solved by Michelle Schwartz, Research Associate for the Learning and Teaching Office. An example of group conflict that we can use this recommendation would be if a group member is struggling to complete work on time or properly. Instead of confronting the member to improve, make it a task that the whole group can work on and come together to help the member catch up and finish the assignment. Once the group completes the issue, then they can move on to other tasks or continue working on their own.
So for our sixth topic, we're going to be talking about group energy. Make sure to focus your hardworking energy in a positive way instead of a negative and competitive way. It makes groups deteriorate when you're very Debbie Downy and stressed out about a group project. Make sure to bring people together instead of tearing each other apart so that you guys have better group synergy when working on a project.
All right, thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys use our 6 recommendations in your daily life, and make sure to hit us up on IG.
Yeah.